RTO Online is in Jackson Hole, Wyoming at the 2009 ColorTyme Summer Retreat. We're here with ColorTyme franchisee from Georgia, Bruce Emory. Welcome, Bruce.
Welcome.
3 stores in Georgia.
3 stores in Georgia, that is correct.
What towns?
Mableton, Douglasville, and Mableton, Douglasville, and Carrollton.
Relative to Atlanta?
West side of Atlanta, just about 15, 20 minutes on the west side.
Really? So close to the city?
Pretty close, yes.
Densely populated?
Some areas, Carrollton's more of a little bit rural community. Our Mableton, Douglasville store, a little bit more populated.
Atlanta is a very competitive rent-to-own town.
It sure is, Roy. And it's been fun and exciting in Atlanta. We've got to see a lot of changes over the past years with competition. But
there's one competitor that has 62 stores in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a little scary, isn't it?
Is it? Yet you succeed and prosper.
Well,
Why?
We work hard. I think ColorTyme really, what we're about is we're about the personal relationships that we develop at the stores with our consumers. Right. That's one thing that we have to offer that a lot of the larger operators just really can't do. With us being locally owned and operated, we're able to work in the community. We're able to give back to the community. So many of your larger operators, everything. We don't own a race car. We don't have a venue named after us. Or even for that matter, a bass boat. To go fishing. So, but what we do is we give to the local community. We work hard with it. The Boys and Girls Club, the local food pantries, and because we're in the local community, and we want to give back to the local community.
Is that kind of good old-fashioned marketing important for an independent business person?
Very much so. Very much so.
Regardless of the market?
Regardless. I think that as long as you stay focused and continue to know that the people that are in your local community are the ones that support you, I think that you need to support them as well. And that's what's going to really separate us from the bigger chains.
It's the one thing that the internet can't change, I suppose.
That's true.
You can't go to a Chamber of Commerce meeting on the internet.
No, that's kind of difficult to do. That's right. That's right.
Community service. Give me some examples of some things that you've done, your company's done.
We have in Douglasville, we have a local food pantry. We contribute to it. We go and we pick up food at the Atlanta food banks and bring down to them because they don't really have the trucks to do that. We give our time and efforts to this. We also will contribute to the local organizations around the ball teams, the kids' little leagues, to local pregnancy resource center, things along this line that's in our local community that we do.
In addition to just being good for the soul, is it good for the business?
Well, it's not really designed to, I don't think it's going to hurt you by any means, but for the most part, I know for me, it's a way for me and my company to show, the local community that we care and that we're there. We live and we work in the local community.
Part of being the hometown ColorTyme.
That's what it's all about.
Let's go back a ways. What did you do before you became a ColorTyme franchisee?
Oh, well, I was an independent operator. Started off in 1992 as an independent operator.
In Georgia?
In Georgia. Started in the rental industry back in 1986. Worked for a local Atlanta-based company called Network Rental. Then eventually in 1992 moved out on my own and was an independent operator up until about 4.5 years ago.
And went from an independent to a franchise.
That's right. That's right.
Why?
Was, there was a lot of consolidations in the industry going on. It was getting harder and harder to compete with the larger chains because the fact is of the buying power they had. We needed to be able to join forces with a company that was able to give us the buying power that we really need, the financial support that we needed, as well as the overall just fellowship that we were able to have with other ColorTyme operators.
It's important to be able to be in the same room with people that speak your language, isn't it?
It does. That's an important role.
It's hard to be.
It helps. It helps.
Was it a difficult transition going from being an independent for so many years to being a franchise?
No, that's the nice thing about the ColorTyme program. The ColorTyme program allows you to operate your stores, unlike some of the other franchise organizations out there that really have a lot of stringent guidelines. It's still like operating your own store as you did as an independent. Only thing is you've got a lot of resources to pull from. And that's good to know, especially in these times. It's good to know that you got somebody there that's kind of helping and supporting you, and to know that if you had some problems, you got somebody that can go to for that support and direction. I don't have all the answers.
I can't believe it.
Yes, yeah.
How long was it between the time you opened your first ColorTyme until you began to expand?
When I opened my first store as an independent operator.
Did so you had 3 independent stores?
I did.
And
I did. And I converted all 3 of those stores to a ColorTyme store. Right.
What about wheels and tires? How do you feel about that?
Wheels and tires are great. Wheels and tires need to be in a standalone location. I did try the wheels and tires in some of our current locations. It's a little tough, I can tell you, but I really think for you to be a real success in it, you need to have a standalone location.
If you're going to be in the business, you have to be in the business?
That's right. That's right. Because I think it's really hard. Because it's a different employee, really and truly, to work that tires and wheel operation. How
many employees do you have?
Currently, right now, we got 14.
14 for 3 stores. Mm-hmm. Slightly above average?
Well, you know, that of course counts my administrative assistant that I have. So if you turn around in our 3 stores, we're operating our stores around 4 or so employees per 3 to 4 employees per store.
Your store managers tenured well? Stick around?
I do. I've got some great store managers that have been with me, and that, I tell you what, that's been a blessing to me. Both of these store managers that I've got have been with me. One has been with me for over 10 years, and the other one has been with me a little over 8, I believe, right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I've been very blessed.
Is there a more important position in a rental company than a store manager?
Boy, I tell you what. That's
in other words, could Bruce go away and everything would be okay?
Well, I tell you what, with my tenured managers, I feel really comfortable about leaving them because they know what needs to, they know what they need to do. They don't miss a beat. And I tell you what, if I didn't have these type of tenured employees, I'd be a little reluctant to leave, to be honest with you.
What did you learn from independent operator to franchise? Give me something that sticks out as a learning for you. Something you do differently now than you did when you were an independent.
Boy, well, I can't really tell you anything that I do different now than I did as independent. I mean, I still buy my own products. I buy how I want to. I price my store. I can't really say that I really do anything any different as an operator.
You have recently participated in putting together an interesting promotion, however.
We have.
Popcorn DVD.
We have.
Explain what that is.
Yeah, thanks. Last year, as we all know, when the economic times really got a little difficult, we saw $4 a gallon gas. Those were some pretty tough times. And I know not only I experienced that, but other operators experienced as well. I had brought together my store managers, and in a creative planning meeting, I told listen, I said, we need out-of-the-box ideas. We've done the direct mail, we've done the TV, we've done the radio. We've got to have some ideas that is fresh, because I really believe that you have to change with the times. You can't do business today as you did 10 and 15 years ago. If you do, your business is not going to survive. It's just, and you see it in all businesses that's out there, not just our rental industry. So during this creative planning meeting that we had, we'd come up with a way to get our message out to our customers. We wanted to make it fun, and we wanted to make it informative. So during a collaboration of all of us, we came up with taking an info commercial, putting it on DVD, and since we're already going out and going door to door and hanging door hangers and flyering, let's give this to our customers. So this was an idea that was exciting. We thought that would really have a good impact for us, but the problem was there was a cost involved in it, quite extensive, really truly. For us to handle on our own was going to be a difficult task. So I had shared my idea and vision that we had from that creative planning meeting with Bob Bloom at ColorTyme. He says, Bruce, that sounds great. Let's see if we can't do that. So we pulled together Amy Woods and along with Bob and my son-in-law Brett, and put together a script and put together the DVD video that was released here for the summer convention here at ColorTyme.
And include them in door hangers. That is an out-of-the-box. It's not something I've heard of anyone else.
How many customers really have ever opened up their door, got home from work, and saw a DVD hanging on their door with some popcorn and basically says, instant cash reward. So what will happen, the customer will get this DVD, they'll put in their DVD player, and during this info commercial, we're going to tell them about who we are, what we have to offer, because there's a lot of customers out there that are now a customer that's going to be coming into our store that may have not in the past. There's a lot of people that have fallen upon hard times for whatever reason it may be that are now going to be our customer that may not ever walk into our customer because of what they've heard on CNN or CBS News, you know. So now they're going to get an up-close personal look of who we really are, your local ColorTyme store.
Bruce Emory, ColorTyme franchisee from Georgia. Thank you.
Thank you, Roy.